Okay, at this point we want to send a confirmation. And this really allows you to summarise anything that may have changed between quoting and booking the job. And again, the PDF option comes up and allows you to create an email. I'm not going to do this because you've seen that process once already. There are some other buttons here which allow you to print the documents, create an invoice if you're going to do that earlier, or put the job on hold if that's what is required at this stage. And this means that it doesn't keep appearing in the schedule system. Down at the bottom here, you'll see there's some further information about the job, and this gets populated automatically as you start to do other things with this job. For instance, as you put it on a manifest or put it in storage, these items will then be populated. The storage details down here, if you click yes, at the time when it's actually collected to the depot, then a storage record will be created automatically when you confirm the job has come in. You'll see also that you've got some invoicing charges here, that you could be charging a flat fee for storage or a weekly fee and an amount. Also, there's an option for how you actually invoice the storage fees, and this is separate from the main invoice details. I'm going to go back to the menu so that we can show you how the scheduling works. Clicking on the scheduling means that all of the jobs that are ready to come up and be scheduled appear in this list. Now, because this is very old data, I've got lots of jobs in here. I hope you have this many jobs just simply because you're that busy. But you can see here that there are collection, there are deliveries, and in this case, because the system was designed for UK and Portugal, you can see by switching to Portugal, these are the jobs that are to be collected in Portugal or delivered in Portugal, or that are ready for delivery in that place. Now, back to the menu, just so that I can quickly show you that there's a vehicle set up as well, and you can see which country these vehicles are being used in. Incidentally, these countries are available to edit yourself, so while we've got a system that's set up for UK and Portugal, it could be anything that you wish in here. There are also options to look at crew, so anybody that you put in the crew list will then appear when we go to the scheduling, and you can see that we can pick a vehicle, we can actually select a week by clicking on the day there. You can see the highlighted colour means that it's selected. We can put who's going to be driving, and please note that the back end of the name is actually that they're job tasking. Now, I'm going to put this job into my run sheet. I'm going to put this job into my run sheet, and you can then specify that because of their address that this is going to be drop number 1 and drop number 2, and these will then reorder themselves. If I want to have a look at this run sheet in more detail, I can click the arrow and you can see these are the people that have been booked in on this particular run sheet. Clicking the driver button will actually print a run sheet with all of the details for that collection, what the prices are and what the driver needs to do. Clicking continue there will allow us to print this. I'm going to preview this on screen so that you can see. That's the run sheet. If I go back to my database, it will also then print me an inventory, and this will be for each customer and the items that are to be collected. You'll also see that all of this driver paperwork comes with a collection delivery note for the client to sign, a pro forma invoice, and inventory list for each client. Okay, that gives you an idea of the paperwork that's involved. I'm going to go back now to my scheduling. You'll also see that there's a shipping schedule. Obviously this is used for the removals, the international removal side of the business, but it works in exactly the same way. So you can pick what lorry is being used, you can pick the day that this is going to happen, and you can pick your crew, which is again limited to those who are applicable to those particular vehicles. Only one to add here, so I'm going to drop that in now. And again, the same thing, you can see shipping manifest works in exactly the same way. Back to my menu, and you can see that the run sheets and the shipping manifest can be accessed individually as well, so you can go in there to have a look at the one that I've just created. From here, We can return to the run sheet when the delivery has actually, or the collection for that matter, has been completed, and the driver comes back with completed paperwork. I can confirm that all of these jobs were collected, and this means that it puts them through, it changes their job status and puts them through onto the next status for scheduling. So when I go back to scheduling this time, when I go to shipping schedule, I should have those jobs that have just been collected, and they're now ready to be scheduled for shipping on a bigger lorry. The shipping manifests are the place that the jobs can be invoiced from. So once everything has been shipped, you can click on invoice and you can say yes to confirm all of these jobs. Oh, we confirm them all first, sorry, that's my mistake, and then we click invoice these jobs. What will happen then is, from the main menu we can go to the invoice list and we can find the draft invoices, and those that we've just been created, you'll see that the invoice has been prepared for them. At which point you can then authorise the invoice, and this clears it ready for exporting. Within the list itself we can click to Sage Export, and this will allow us to pick those which we do want to export and export to Sage. What this effectively does is create, and we can say yes, it was successful. What this effectively does is create you an Excel document that your accountant can import into their system, or indeed yourself if that's something you also undertake. Okay, that's a quick guide to RemovalsAdmin. There are lots of other things within here as well, including stock, and you can see that we have stock records that will contain information that you've got in your storage department, and again invoicing buttons from there. There are lots of other bits and pieces within the system. So within the quotes themselves, you can see that you can print individual jobs, you can hold jobs, or you can invoice them from here too. It's also possible to determine which currency you invoice, so whether that be euro or sterling, according to what your client is. Well, I hope that gives you a good idea of what RemovalsAdmin is capable of, and please note that if you find something here that isn't to your liking, all of our solutions can be customised. Thank you for your time.